Greetings, dear Libras. It's me, your tarot reader, Angelica. Today is the second reading for February 2025, and I want to say that the readings on the channel Tarot and Life are general. By the way, your forecast for February 2025, you can check it according to your zodiac sign and your ascendant. You can calculate your ascendant yourself on the internet. It's very easy to do. Well, let's get started. Let's move into February. Well, to move confidently into February, I think you should watch the forecast for the first half of the year. The link is above. So, February. During the month of February 2025, let's look at the 3 most important events that await you. The first important event, the second, and the third important event for you, dear Libras, in February. Next. Let's see what awaits you ahead of us all. In your professional activities, for example, in February 2025, with the same deck, let's see what awaits you in this exciting game. In finances, that is what your income will be in February. Also, explore and find out what awaits you in your personal life and discover how your relationships with your loved ones will develop in February. And indeed, what to pay attention to in terms of health, this is essential because a lot depends on how we feel. And of course, some advice from each for you for February 2025. So, let's begin. So, let's do it this way. I'll turn it like this because it's not picking up for me. Now I have the opportunity to turn it. Another card. And, well, help me, my dear. Cards. Turn around. So, there was a bit of a situation here, I would say. A combination in a game of cards where the cards do not turn over. Well, forgive me, that's how it turned out. So the first important event, 5 of Pentacles, the second, 3 of Wands. Notice this card is in the center. And the third important event is the 6 of Swords. And those who have been with me for a long time, and I know many of my subscribers who have been listening to my readings for many years, and trust me, you always, of course, know that I say that the 5 of Pentacles is a lack of resources. Yes, first and foremost, it can certainly be about a lack of finances. On the other hand, it can be any other resources. Well, to be sure about what exactly the 5 of Pentacles is referring to, I will immediately draw a financial card. Yes, most likely it will concern the financial sphere. Here is the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords indicates that there is clearly a lack of money. Perhaps there is some delay in payments, maybe a salary delay. They are paying out for some reasons. Maybe you were sent on unpaid leave and now you are waiting for the money to start coming in because naturally you didn't receive money for unpaid leave. Perhaps there are some postponed deals here. Again, dividends that have not been paid to you. There might be discrepancies in some business or financial matters. Well, in general, this card also indicates that your finances are in need, in February, of a thorough analysis. Perhaps you have taken a large loan here for some reason, or maybe you have even taken small amounts of credit, thereby increasing your credit limit, very large, and now you realize that you need to take action, you need to do something, because there is clearly not enough. There is not enough money, and you need to find it somewhere. And you are in such a state where you understand that there is not enough money. This is already a big problem for you, meaning most likely large loans or large debts or something else. On the other hand, you understand that you cannot really limit yourself in spending, perhaps because your salary is delayed and you borrow again. Credit funds, or maybe money is needed for medicine or for the development of some projects or for something else. Why project development? I will explain a bit later. But in short, there is a clear lack of money. I would even say it's not so much a shortage for the entire February, as it is a month that requires your adjustment, your analysis, because here are swords. Swords. We have the mental sphere, your analysis, your financial sphere. Possibly a reduction in expenses, if of course this is within your capabilities. But in any case, you will need to open your eyes and see this problem and take some reasonable actions. Also, the Five of Pentacles may indicate a lack of love, but we will talk about love a little later. Let's look further. Next is the Three of Wands, and this card is very good. It stands in the center. It indicates that you want more than what is currently available. You want to expand the horizons of your possibilities. You want more achievements. You want to realize some new ideas, of which you have plenty, possibly even in abundance. And the Three of Wands is a card of growth. It indicates that February is precisely the month for your growth and development. This, of course, the card can simply play out as stability, because in fact, the Three of Wands indicates that you have already secured a solid position, whether in business, in work, or perhaps it concerns more of your personal life. But again, we will look at this later. But whatever happens, whether it concerns personal relationships, career, spiritual growth, or business, the Three of Wands indicates that you must not stop. You need to move forward. You need to go beyond the current boundaries, meaning you have already reached the maximum and you must not stop. You need to plan your future, because a vast, as they say, expanse is open before you, an incredibly large field of activity. And also here, the Three of Wands can speak of the arrival of new inspiration, the realization of some interesting new ideas. And these ideas will finally take shape. That is, while they were just ideas, you thought about them. You might have stood, pondered, considered how, what, why, whether it's necessary or not. Now in February, you will clearly understand that all doubts are behind you, and you understand in which direction you are moving, and how you will implement your ideas. And overall, the Three of Cups promises a successful outcome for any of your endeavors. So you can expect important events. These include a positive turn of events, a stable position, and incredibly good prospects and opportunities. I also want to add here that at the bottom of the deck, regarding interesting ideas, there's the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, at first I thought when I was laying out the cards and looked at the bottom of the deck that the Ace of Pentacles would play out specifically in the financial sphere. However, no, in this regard I hadn't revealed the card yet. I was mistaken. When I revealed the card, I realized that it doesn't concern finances. It actually pertains to ideas, some kind of important, interesting, powerful ideas that will lead you to success according to the Ace Pentacles. These are the ideas that give you opportunities, and in the future they will undoubtedly be successful and bring you a good financial income as well. Therefore, it's too early to stop. You need to open up to new prospects. Also pay attention to the Six of Swords. This card also speaks of your movement forward. Most likely you are in some kind of zone, a zone of tension, a zone of dissatisfaction, because here at the bottom of the deck is also the Four of Cups. A zone of sadness, apathy, disappointment in someone or something. And it can also manifest as a lack of resources. We become disappointed, we lack resources, we lack inspiration and enthusiasm. And the Six of Swords card suggests that it's necessary to leave this zone of tension and dissatisfaction and set off, let's say, to new shores. The new shores before you are vast. Therefore, this Six of Swords card may indicate that it's time to let go from something old. Well, for example, you have an interesting idea that you've been contemplating for a long time. You work at a job that essentially pays you pennies. You constantly get into debt. You lack this money. But you have the opportunity, you have your knowledge, your talents, which you can monetize. You have interesting ideas on how to implement this. These ideas are simply brilliant for you. In the future, they will be recognized as something very important, something that will become your long-term project, bringing you a good, stable income. And now the time has come, as they say, to make a decision in February. In which direction are you heading? And you are turning away from, let's say, unfavorable work for you, or unpromising tasks, businesses, projects, or unpromising work, and you are setting off in a new direction towards the realization of your new ideas and the opportunities opening up before you. Here, of course, with the Six of Swords, it should be mentioned that undoubtedly there will be some anxieties, as you know you are venturing into the unknown and you don't know what awaits you there. In fact, don't be afraid of this, because the Six of Swords always signifies moving forward. And as I mentioned with the Three of Wands, it is simply necessary for you to move forward, So don't be afraid. Everything will be fine for you. And in the new, let's say, place having docked at new shores, you will feel that you have opportunities. And it wasn't as scary as you thought. And the prospects are wonderful along with new beginnings. You can start. Therefore, the card precisely indicates that the question will arise, as if you are transitioning from one state to another. This may relate to your work, as I have given you an example. For instance, transitioning from one field of activity to another, changing professions, changing jobs. It can concern anything. So don't be afraid of anything and be sure to implement your ideas. Also, the Three of Swords may simply play out in February as a journey. It may manifest as a move, for example, to another country, to another city. This could be, as I mentioned, a transition to another job due to a move, or a move due to transitioning to another job. In general, a very interesting February that will make you look at yourself differently, at your possibilities, your knowledge, talents, skills, abilities, and the opportunity to realize yourself on a larger scale. Well, now regarding realization, let's take a look at that. What awaits you in terms of work? The Nine of Pentacles. Yes, I think February is indeed the month. This will be your focus specifically on work, on the opportunities that will open up for you in business, in work, in self-realization. The Nine of Pentacles is a magnificent card. It precisely speaks of materialization, of success, including good productive work. This is a card of growth. This is a card that indicates that in terms of work, something is happening as if everything is turning for the better for you, even if you decide to leave your job. Well, if you stop your activity as a result of wanting to move to another city, another country for a new job, or to open up to new business opportunities or anything else, then the Nine of Pentacles indicates that this will be the right decision, and for you, it will be a turn for the better. It can also mean that, yes, you remain working as an employed staff member at your job, but February will be remembered for the emergence of some opportunity. And you become such lucky ones. You are successful in terms of work. You achieve what you strive for. You work very well. By the way, this is a card, Nine of Pentacles. And actually, I look and think that maybe the Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, could indicate that, for example, you have loans, yes, for instance, or a lack of money as a result of certain events there. You were sent on unpaid leave, or you just returned from vacation and don't have money yet. So the Nine of Pentacles can manifest as an increase in income, and in this way, you can also improve your financial situation, because essentially the Nine of Pentacles is a card of financial success. It not only indicates what is happening in terms of work in February, can be like a positive turn in your work affairs, but it also signifies an increase in income, high fees, some kind of payments. It could be a bonus or something like that. And specifically in work, it will manifest for you as a large profit, or the successful completion of deals, or a business that will develop successfully, or you, as a specialist, will develop successfully in your workplace, showing very significant results, which, according to the Nine of Pentacles, will bring you a good income. However, some financial matters will still need to be addressed in February. Next, let's look further. So, I'll place it like this. Next is personal life here, is the major arcana Sun. So, the lack of resources will mostly affect the financial sphere. Well, we'll also look at health, of course, but the Sun in personal life, in relationships, yes, it's all just magnificent. This is love on such a scale. You know, when you look at your significant other, just like at a bright, clear sun, when you enjoy love, receive love, give love, when you feel good together, when you have shared activities, concerns, opportunities, shared plans, and of course it's a pleasant pastime. In general, according to the Sun, one can say that this is happiness. Happiness in love, in eternal life. It is the acceptance of your other half as they are, whether she is or he is, and not trying to change your other half, not trying to fix the flaws, but simply acceptance and enjoyment of each other. It is openness, it is harmony, it is agreement and warmth in relationships, and in general the enjoyment of mutual love. So there will be a lot of love here, and it will shine and sparkle and give you warmth and enjoyment. But for those who are not in a couple, the sun will manifest as a meeting. Moreover, it will be a fateful meeting. It will be a person who truly becomes your sun, or you will be the sun for this person. And this, of course, is a card that speaks of declarations of love, interesting encounters, in general love, and love again. By the way, for those in relationships, it might manifest the card as the birth of a child, news of pregnancy, and for those who are just dating, the card might manifest as a marriage proposal, as an engagement, or as an already accomplished fact, that is a wedding and the beginning of family life. Let's look further. Next is health. And here is the major arcana judgment. And the Five of Pentacles can manifest in terms of health as a lack of resources, as the need to closely attend to your health. And this card can certainly manifest as a necessity. Pay maximum attention to your health, approach health very seriously. And specifically as a significator of illness, judgment indicates a generally very poor state of health because the arcana judgment is governed by Pluto, and Pluto is always total. Therefore, this card may indicate that if you do not pay attention to your health, if you do not completely reassess your approach to your health, then, as they say, life will force you to face judgment. Which is why the Five of Pentacles is shown here. The Five of Pentacles may also indicate that money is being spent on health recovery, on treatment, on medication, on diagnostics, on tests, and so on. But at the same time, judgment may promise an undeniable improvement in your health, an influx of energy, recovery after certain illnesses, after undergoing treatment. And here, the card of judgment in terms of health speaks of recovery. Accordingly, it may be that you will start feeling better as a result of focusing closely on your health. And this will be right. It is necessary for you to pay attention to your health. Also, judgment here may manifest as, for example, relief or healing from depression, or as a way to relieve tension. There may be tension, physical or perhaps emotional. And it is also very beneficial under judgment to engage in rejuvenation procedures, health strengthening, undergo a detox course, or go to a health resort. This will be wonderful. It will help you feel good and restore your health. So pay attention to the recommendations of the Judgment Arcana. And here is the advice from the cards for you. Eight of Cups. This card, by the way, harmonizes very well and resonates with the Six of Swords. By the way, the reason I mention getting rid of depression is because at the bottom of the deck here is the Four of Cups, a card of apathy, disappointment, depression, apathy, and so on. And now regarding the Eight of Cups, before I give the advice, I'll explain a bit why this advice is given. The Eight of Cups is a card that speaks of searching. And the Six of Swords indicates that you're also searching. You're looking for a way out of a certain state. Tension, a zone that doesn't satisfy you. You want to change something to open up towards new horizons. And the Eight of Cups indicates that you want a breakthrough. You want to radically change your life. You want to realize yourself powerfully. And you will have such opportunities. That is, the Eight of Cups also signifies that what was previously important, interesting, and promising to you, in February, there will be a radical shift in this perception, and you will forget. And regarding your previous plans, aspirations, hopes, and dreams, you will open up to something new and important, which will be promising and successful for you in the future, and which will become, so to speak, long-term for you. Therefore, the advice for you, dear Libras, for February is to leave the past behind and seek your own path. Leave the well-trodden path, what has become familiar but is now unpromising, uninteresting, and not bringing you financial income, emotional well-being. Leave all of this behind because it is no longer relevant for you. It does not contribute to your growth. Also, it may be that you give up old, possibly harmful habits. According to the Eight of Cups, it will be right to do this and very good. And to give up habits, perhaps for some to let go of people who hold you back, who do not allow you to grow, who essentially hinder your development. And to look at your entire life as a whole from a different perspective, and accordingly set out to meet the new, because this new is more interesting, fulfilling, and prosperous for you. This is the forecast for you, dear Libras, for February 2025. And of course, subscribe to the channel Terra and Life, and I sincerely thank you for watching, subscribing, your likes and comments. And we will see each other tomorrow, as always, on the channel Terra and Life. Hugs to you and goodbye.